A year ago, the Bourne Braves were seeking their first Cape Cod League championship since 2009. However, the season was filled with many ups and downs.
Another day, another Braves loss. Bourne falls 5-1 to Hyannis to drop to 5-7-3 on the season.
Pop-up, shallow center field, going out Peck, coming in Rockefort, in the alley, it's Carson Rockefort, who's there to make the catch. What a finish is the Braves win, their third in a row. Throws to first base, that is in time, as that'll do it here from Doran Park. For the third time this year, Harvey Shapiro has faced his former team in the Bourne Braves, and they have tied at 2 apiece.
But as postseason time rolled around, the Bravos found their groove.
Coming in Horvath. Horvath is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The trek has just begun for the Braves as they advance to the Western Division Finals. The Braves are back, and they defend their title in the best of the West. And they got a second date with the Brewster Whitecaps, who they will face in the Cape Cod League Championship for the second consecutive summer. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, stabbed by Cummings, goes to second for one. The toss to first base is in time. Cummings spikes his glove. Get up, Bourne, the Braves have gotten their revenge. Cape Cod League champions for the first time since 2009.
And to defend their Cape Cod League championship, the Braves have added plenty of firepower.
First pitch, breaking ball. Bender flies it out deep to left center field. Going back is Matheson, still going back, looking up, and it's gone! Derek Bender gets the Bourne bats going early, a solo shot to deep left center field. It's 1-0 Bourne.
It's a brand new day of Bourne Braves baseball, and it starts right now.
And then there were two. Welcome to Eldridge Park for Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. It's the West Division champs, Bourne Braves, back for the third consecutive year, and the East Division champs, the Orleans Firebirds, returning to the championship for the first time, or expecting to win their first title since 2005. Thanks for joining us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. I'm Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. And Cam, it's been such an exciting season, and now we're down to the final two teams. Bourne out of the West, Orleans out of the East. And we'll start with Bourne. They're coming off a thrilling come-from-behind series win against Hyannis. Game 3 just last night, a 12-4 win at McKeon Park.
Yeah, the two teams have had very different roads to get to this point in the championship series. Bourne had to come back, down 1-0 in that series, backs against the wall for back-to-back games, and they go to McKeon Park and take their first win there since their first win of the season, dating back to June 16th. So what a win it was for the Bravos. Their offense has been there all postseason long, and to get back to this point, the experience this team has, they understand this magnitude. Matt, you alluded to it. Third consecutive season, second time that Scott Landers is in this position with this squad. 5 different returners as well, 3 in the lineup. So that's going to play a big factor here for the Bravos.
And Cam, we'll talk about the pitching matchup because it's hard not to talk about it. 2 Vanderbilt pitchers, Grayson Carter for Orleans, Bryce Cunningham for Bourne. 2 very high-velocity pitchers with great fastballs.
Yeah, 2 teammates, both from Vanderbilt, and 2 righties that throw, as Matt, you said, a lot of high velocity. And, crazy to think that it comes down to this. 2 guys that play along each other at school at Vanderbilt. A lot of bullpen work together, and now they're here in the championship game facing off. Cunningham and Carter both started in Game 1 of Round 1. Both exceptional starts for them. Cunningham 4 1/3 against the Kettleers, that top-seeded team. Only 2 earned runs allowed. And then Carter, Game 1 against Harwich, 6 innings, 1 earned at 8 punch-outs. So 2 guys that have shown that they're one of the 2 top pitchers so far in the Cape.
2 of the top pitchers, 2 of the top teams set to go here for Game 1 in the Cape League Championship Series. First pitch is on its way, but before that, we'll head to Before the Bravos with Allie Navarrete and Mojo Hill.
Thank you, Matt. Haven't been to Eldridge Park in a minute, but we're back for Game 1 here, Mojo, and we've been saying on every Before the Bravos, oh, this could be our last as of recently, but this will not be our last. It's just Game 1, and we are in the championship series, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it could be our last time at Eldridge Park, but we don't know that for sure, of course. But it is the last series, and tomorrow we got our last home game at Doran Park, and it really all comes down to this. Scott Landers and his coaching staff are all in their second year of work with this club, and they're trying to repeat what they did in their debut season.
That they are. A very interesting coaching matchup we've got here today. Obviously, like you mentioned, Coach Landers in his second year as field manager with Bourne. And Kelly Nicholson, one of the most esteemed coaches in the Cape League. He's done this dance quite a bit. So kind of interesting to see the young guy going up against the old guy today.
Yeah, and I think Landers kind of already operates like he's been here for a long time. I almost have to remind myself that this is only his second year. He was Brewster's pitching coach, but second year as a full-time Cape League manager, and clearly he's doing something right because both years he's been in the Cape as a manager, he's made it to the championship series.
Yeah, that he has. And, it's actually his third straight trip here, if you count back in 2021 when he was with the Whitecaps playing Bourne, which is funny to think about. So he definitely knows how to manage postseason baseball. He's done a great job so far, obviously. Backs against the wall, down one game to Hyannis, who was one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team, in July here on the Cape, and managed to win 2 straight and do what a lot of people probably thought couldn't have been done. And just, not only did they win those 2 games, we've talked about it ad nauseum, but they were dominant in those 2 performances.
Yeah, the offense has just really gone off. Even in the game they lost, it was still a pretty good offense performance. But then they put up 25 runs over the next 2 games, including, of course, the 9-run first inning and 13 in the first 2 innings. Just everybody has been going off, and it's really been up and down the lineup. It hasn't just been 1 or 2 guys. A lot of guys who maybe finished the season a little cold have heated up, like Pete Giuffreda, Josh Schroeder-Grauer, I think are 2 of the most notable ones who've really turned it on since the postseason started. And yeah, it's really valuable when you can just have so many big guys up and down the lineup and really no weak spots, no holes. And Landers is starting to settle into a pretty consistent lineup too after a lot of mixing and matching throughout the season.
Yeah, of note, obviously, it's the postseason, right? You expect Derek Bender to be batting third, maybe clean up like he's done all season long. He had a cold start to the playoffs. I know he had a really frustrating game in Game 2 against Katuitt, but he's really turned things around, and he's been batting 5th. So I think that just kind of tells you how many threats there are in this order. Like you said, no holes. When you can throw Derek Bender batting 5th, it's just a really, really kind of interesting weapon there for Bourne, I think. And you mentioned other guys who've stepped up. Garrett Michelle, he leads the postseason in home runs. He's got 3 already. I know on June 12th, just a couple days into the season, when we were here at Eldridge Park, he had his first one, so maybe he can get another one today. But yeah, let's move on to the pitching matchup really quickly, though. Very interesting. Cam and Matt touched on it. Grayson Carter versus Bryce Cunningham, 2 Vandy boys there facing off. I know those guys are good friends. Grayson at the game yesterday was talking to Bryce during the game at Hyannis, and very similar styles of baseball. Both people have had really successful summers here. Yeah,
I saw Grayson Carter there yesterday, and both just really big guys, like a lot of velocity, like Cam and Matt were saying. And, yeah, 2 really big competitors, too. And, anyone who goes to a school like Vanderbilt is going to be a big competitor. But these guys just have such big physiques and throw with a lot of velocity. So it should be a really fun matchup, them going head-to-head.
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, the Braves 1-3 against Orleans in the regular season, but that does not matter. We talked about it in pregame Tomahawk Talk. They were 0-3 against Katuitt at Lowell Park in the regular season. They were 1-2 against Hyannis at McKeon Park, 0-2 in July at McKeon Park, and they've managed to do things that they didn't know they could do, I guess you could say. Like, it really is a new season, and I think those kind of examples just show it.
Yeah, and it's definitely got to feel good to sort of get a clean slate starting a new series after battling back from 1-0. As impressive as that was, it's definitely got to be maybe a bit of a weight off the chest to start 0-0 and have a chance to get off to the early advantage and take away home field advantage here.
Yeah, the Braves looking for their 2nd straight Cape League championship. Orleans looking for its 1st in quite a while. So that's also very interesting to see kind of the situation we have here, a team that's kind of been in a championship drought versus a team that's looking to defend its title.
Definitely.
We will take a quick step aside. Cam and Matt when we come back.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Dorn Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun. Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Born Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Born Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Born Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bornbraves.org. BornBraves.org, the official website of the Born Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BornBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Born Braves Baseball on the Born Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Born Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Born Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, Minor Emergencies, Major Attention.
Let's get back out to the ballpark. It's time for first pitch with Cam Manna and Matt Scalzo.
The road ends here. It's time for Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series between the Bourne Braves and the Orleans Firebirds. The Braves looking for their second consecutive title. Meanwhile, for Orleans, they're trying to lift their first trophy since 2005. Thanks for joining us here at Eldridge Park under the lights here on a beautiful Friday night for baseball. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Happy to be with you here on the Born Braves Broadcast Network. Grayson Carter, that's already set on the mound here, and this is the order that he will face for the Braves. Jonathan Vastine leads off. He's the shortstop. Josh Krodegrauer bats second, playing at second. Kendall Diggs plays in right, batting third. Bryce Eblin's the cleanup hitter playing at third base. Derek Bender's the catcher batting fifth. Garrett Michelle, the DH, bat sixth. Sam Peterson batting seventh and playing in left. New Contrades back in the lineup. He's playing at first base. And Pete Chufretta rounds things out playing in dead center field. Carter, the tall righty out of Vanderbilt, stands at 6'5", 250 pounds. He'll face his college teammate in Jonathan Vastine. First pitch, and we are underway. It is low for ball one, 6:31 first pitch. A beautiful night here at Eldridge Park. 79 degrees and sunny. 1-0 is clipped foul, third base side, and it's 1-1 to Vastine. Carter just gave up his first earned run in his last start in the playoffs. The 1-1 clipped straight back, and it's 1-2. And got the start in game one against Harwich. That was here at Eldridge Park, went 6 innings, just allowed 3 hits, the 1 earned run, had 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. That was his third start of the summer. He makes his 4th and 10th total appearance. The 1-2, Vastine catches a piece of it. He stays alive to keep the count where it is. That pitch came in at 100 miles an hour. That's what you can expect from Grayson Carter. Here's another 1-2. Vastine catches another piece, and it's foul down the third base line. 100 miles an hour again from Carter. He's going to attack these Bourne hitters.
And for Carter, made 6 appearances out of the bullpen in the regular season, so he was a hard-throwing closer for Orleans and has changed his role come playoff time.
Here's another 1-2. Vastine a fly ball, left field, left center. King moving over into the gap, and he'll make the catch, racing into the wall for the first out. And we'll now take a look at that Orleans defensive alignment. Eddie King's in straightaway center field. He's flanked in right by Fenwick Trimble and in left by Jake Casey. At first is Matt Hallback. Joe Oyama's the second baseman. Jack Penny's the shortstop. And Brandon Stallman's at the hot corner at third. The battery mate for Carter is Henry Hunter. Josh Krodegrauer digs in. First pitch fastball is in for a strike. 0-1. Krodegrauer, he's been a hot hitter in these postseason. He takes the 0-1 downstairs, 1-1. Krodegrauer leading the team in average, batting .500, 2 home runs and 10 RBIs so far. The 1-1 bounces in, 2-1.
So big for this team and all the games that he's appeared in so far, starting every one in the playoffs, all have been multi-hit games.
Here's a 2-1 to Krodegrauer. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Last night in Game 3, a 12-4 win over Hyannis. Krodegrauer went 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs. The 2-2. Krodegrauer line drive, second base side. Oyama picks it up on one hop, tosses to first. 2 away.
Two hard hit balls so far for the Braves. Vastine and JKG with some drives just right at Oyama at second and King in center field, but attacking that fastball and comes fast in and comes fast as well off the bat.
That brings up Kendall Diggs. Right fielder out of Arkansas. Lefty digs in. First pitch fastball is low and inside. 1-0. Diggs went 0 for 3 last night. And 2 runs scored. Picked up an RBI. 1-0. Breaking ball is low and inside once again. 2-0. Diggs had a slow regular season, but in the postseason he started to turn it on a little bit. The 2-0. There's a fastball down the chute, 2-1. The 2-1 from Carter. Swing and a miss from Diggs, 2-2. No shift on in the infield or the outfield here. Carter set on the mound. Facing the lefty and Diggs. He comes set the 2-2 home. Diggs a chopper straight back to Carter on the mound. He picks it up. He'll flip it to first, and that will end the inning. A 1-2-3, top of the first for Grayson Carter. We'll head to the bottom half and get our first look at Bryce Cunningham and the Orleans Bats when we return here on the Born Braves Broadcast Network.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Born Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves. Welcome back to Eldridge Park. Bryce Cunningham set on the mound. He'll settle in for the bottom of the first inning. It was 1-2-3 for his Vanderbilt teammate and Grayson Carter in the top of the first. And he'll look to do the same against this Orleans order. Joe Oyama leads off. He's the second baseman. Fenwick Trimble bats second, playing in right. Jack Penny batting third. He's the shortstop. First baseman Matt Hallback is in the cleanup hole. Eddie Micheletti's the DH batting fifth. Eddie King's batting sixth, the center fielder. Brandon Stallman's batting seventh, playing at third. Henry Hunter's the catcher. He's batting eighth, and rounding things out is the left fielder in Jake Casey. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. And Cam, what should we expect here from Cunningham tonight?
Well, he was big, and he's a big game pitcher, and he loves these moments. And he knew if Bourne could hold on last night and beat Hyannis, that he'd be in this spot. We saw him in Game 1 against the Kettleers, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, only 2 earned runs. He gives your team a chance when he's on the mound. Exudes confidence, throws that hard fastball, very similar to Carter, and he pounds the strike zone.
They'll first face the small lefty in Joe Oyama out of UC Irvine. Had a strong regular season, batting .360. Had 5 home runs and 17 RBIs, an all-star this past season. First pitch, fastball, low and outside, 1-0. Oyama this postseason hasn't been his best stuff, though, batting just .125. The 1-0. Oyama turns, lifts it high in the air, shallow left center field. Peterson going back, as is Vastine. Vastine will call off the left fielder to make the first out, and now we'll take a look at the Bourne defensive alignment. Pete Chufred is in center field. He's joined in right by Kendall Diggs. Sam Peterson is in left. New Contrades is at first. Josh Krodegrauer is the second baseman. Jonathan Vastine is the shortstop who just made the play. Bryce Seblin's over at third, and Derek Bender is the catcher for Cunningham on the mound. Fenwick Trimble now digs in. First pitch fastball at the knees, a called strike one. Trimble in the postseason. He's played in 3 games, a .167 hitter. Only 6 at-bats so far. Here he turns, lifts a high drive, left field. Going back is Peterson, looking up. It is long gone. Fenwick Trimble had the grand slam against YD, and he starts out Game 1 with a bang, a slow solo shot to left field. It's 1-0 Firebirds in the bottom of the first.
A moonshot there from Trimble, and Matt alluded to it, that grand slam against YD that put Orleans back in front. 5th RBI, he's batting in .167, but the long ball's been his best friend, and that one, deep drive that's still going, way towards the parking lot and left.
That brings up Jack Penny. First pitch is low and outside from Cunningham, and it's 1-0. For Trimble, he just had 1 hit going into that at-bat. It was that grand slam, and now his second one, same thing, a home run. 1-0, outside from Cunningham, 2-0. Penny in the regular season batted .275 out of Notre Dame. In the postseason, he's batting .400. Been the top hitter this postseason for the Firebirds. 2-0. Fastball catches the inner half, 2-1.
And Penny's been a guy in this lineup all summer that's been a power hitter, timely guy in the 3 spot.
2-1. Cuts and misses on the breaking ball from Cunningham. It's 2-2. Cunningham looking to bounce back after the solo home run from Trimble. The 2-2. Chopper, first base side. It bounces foul the line. We'll go again.
And that home run for Trimble, too. A guy in the regular season that was not huge for this offense, batted .209, but few hits this postseason. 2 of those home runs have just been in crunch spots, and this one very different early on, but brings momentum to the Orleans side here at home.
The 2-2 from Cunningham. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Penny. Cunningham's got his first strikeout. There's 2 away. Here in the bottom of the first.
That's a nice fastball there from Cunningham, working away from Penny there on that outside corner. Was late, just all he could do was a quick wave, and a nice bounce back AB there for Cunningham.
That brings up the first baseman, Matt Hallback out of UC San Diego. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Hallback in the regular season batted .364 through 32 games played. In the postseason, he's batting .313. The 1-0, high and 2-0. The 2-0. Hallback drives it foul, right field line. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Hallback, and another foul ball clipped first base side. Count evened at 2-2 as Cunningham looks to get out of this first inning. Second start in the postseason for him. He went 4 1/3 innings against Catuit in Game 1 of the West semifinals. Gave up 2 earned runs on 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. The 2-2 to Hallback. Scorcher foul, first base side. We'll go again.
And if Cunningham can keep it here just at 1 run, the Bourne offense so far in this postseason have played 5 games over the 50-run mark.
Here's a 2-2, grounder third base side. Eblin picks it up, takes a couple steps, fires across the diamond, and it's in time for the third and final out. But Orleans gets us going here in the championship series. A solo home run for Fenwick Trimble. It's 1-0 Orleans, heading into the second here in Game 1.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
We're back at Eldridge Park 1-0 Orleans through one inning. Fenwick Trimble, the solo home run. The difference here, wasted no time against Bryce Cunningham to put Orleans on top. Grayson Carter back out for his second inning of work. 4, 5, and 6 in the Bourne order. First pitch to Bryce Eblin. Off speed is outside, 1-0. Bryce has been outstanding as of late, especially in the playoffs too. 409 hitter this postseason, the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Went 1 for 4 last night against the Harbor Hawks. 2-0, swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 2-1.
Another guy in this postseason where the RBI number is only at 4, but just a player in this lineup that keeps exuding confidence for Bourne and move to that 4 spot.
The 2-1 from Carter. That's a called strike at the knees, 2-2.
And even though it's the championship, what Bryce Eblin's doing on a 20-game hit streak right now, that's something in itself that has been, brought down by the magnitude of the playoffs.
2-2. Eblin lined straight to Penny. He takes it into his chest at short, fires to first, and it's in time for the first out here in the second.
Hard hit ball there from Eblin, and Carter right now just steady with his fastball. It's been the consistent pitch. Haven't seen the breaking ball too much so far. And you wonder if the miles per hour start to dip, but as Matt talked about in the first inning, high 90s, right around 100 miles per hour.
Derek Bender now digs in with one out in the top of the second. First pitch is clipped foul, first base side, 0-1. Bender coming off a 2 for 4 night with 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs off that 3-run home run in the first inning. Helped the Braves jump ahead early against Hyannis. 0-1, another foul ball off the fastball from Carter. It's 0-2. Bender, a .374 hitter in the regular season. The postseason has been a slow struggle, but starting to get hot here after the last 2 games against Hyannis. .304 hitter. The 0-2 is high, 1-2.
Back-to-back games, 2 crunch times, he's come up big.
The 1-2, high again, and it's 2-2.
It was waiting on Bender to get his confidence back in this lineup, and now it just makes it so much more dangerous with everyone heating up around Bender.
Here's a 2-2 from Carter. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Carter. Bender down by way of the K, and there's 2 gone in the top of the second.
Carter so far not getting behind on any of these hitters. Only allowed 1 walk in that Game 1 start against Harwich. Had some walk trouble during the regular season, 14 strikeouts to 9 walks, but right now working early in the strike zone.
And now faces the lefty DH and Garrett Michelle. First pitch is grounded straight towards the Orleans dugout on the first base side. Michelle went 1 for 4 last night with a run scored and a walk. This postseason has been great for him. Batting .400, has a team leading 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Carter. Michelle turns, and this is popped up. Foul. Count moves to 1-2. The 1-2. That's high, 2-2. The 2-2 home. Bounces in, blocked by Hunter. Count runs full.
And just as I say that about Carter, those long counts, now behind here in a full count. Bourne trying to get a base runner on.
Bourne looking for their first base runner here tonight. The 3-2 to Michelle. This is lined left center field. King right in the perfect spot, and he makes the catch for the third and final out here in the top of the second. It's been 6 up and 6 down for Grayson Carter as we head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Orleans here in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Back for the bottom of the second here from Eldridge Park. It's 1-0 Orleans over Bourne in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Fenwick Trimble, his solo home run in the bottom of the first. The difference here, Grayson Carter on the mound for the Firebirds. It's 6 up and 6 down for him. Cunningham coming out for his second inning of work. Outside of that one home run of Trimble, he got through the rest of those Orleans hitters. He'll face 5, 6, and 7, beginning with Eddie Micheletti here in the bottom of the second. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Happy to be with you here. Cunningham glove at his face. The lefty DH and Micheletti digs in. First pitch, low and away, 1-0.
And just that one pitch from Trimble, and outside of that, Bryce looked really good in bottom one.
Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. Catches the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Here's a 1-1 from Cunningham. Micheletti chops it off of his foot. And it's 1-2. In the regular season, Micheletti batted .274, had 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. This postseason, batting .267, has 2 RBIs through 4 games. Here's the 1-2. Bounces in front of home plate, 2-2.
And this is what Orleans does, Matt, and we've talked about it a lot. Only 18 runs in their 4 games. They play close battles, rely on the pitching and scoring early, and try to stay in front.
Cunningham set from the windup. The first base side of the rubber. The 2-2 home. Micheletti ground ball first base side. Gloved by Contrades. He'll take it to the bag himself. There's the first out in the bottom of the second. And Cam, you said it best. Orleans leans on their pitching, and we saw it in all 4 meetings between these two. All close games. Orleans taking both at Eldridge Park, 6-4 and 4-2. And then Bourne splitting at Doran Park, 6-5 and 5-3. Expect a close series between these two as Eddie King digs in. Righty on righty against Cunningham. First pitch is an off-speed low, 1-0.
And Orleans' largest victory was an 8-4 win against YD here in the postseason. Outside of that, 2 one-run victories.
1-0 is in the dirt, 2-0. So Bourne knows that got to be able to keep it where it is here and hope that the bats get through to Carter. King clips it foul. Count moves to 2-2. 2-1 rather, my apologies. And the 2-1 from Cunningham. Now it's 2-2 as this one's popped foul out of play.
Yeah, the environment we're in here from the great confines of Eldridge Park. A lot of fans on the first base side, but Matt and I's view. We'll talk about the obstruction that we have as well.
The 2-2 from Cunningham. King lifts a fly ball, shallow right center field. Diggs coming in. Chufredo will call him off from center field, and he'll make the catch for the second out. Cam, is that obstruction you're talking about the sun that's going straight into our eyes?
The sun's a part of it, and it's literally setting right in our eyes. We're on the third base side here behind home plate, but then also obstructed to see left field in the scoreboard from the dugout.
That brings up Brandon Stallman. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. I can think back to the first time we were here, which was on the 12th of June. Garrett Michelle had his first home run. I thought it was a foul ball down the left field line. It's turned out to just get over the left field fence. Swing and a miss by Stallman on the 1-0 when it's 1-1. Stallman, the third baseman out of UNC Charlotte. 296 hitter in the regular season. 1-1. Fastball is a touch low, 2-1. Here's a 2-1. This one's lined straight to Kuroda Ground. We're at second. He makes the catch. And that's a 1-2-3, bottom of the second for Bryce Cunningham. He's dialed in on the mound. Fenwick Trimble, his solo home run. Still the difference. It's 1-0 Firebirds as we head into the top of the third inning here from Eldridge Park. Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're back at Eldridge Park here for the top of the third inning. It's 1-0 Orleans in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Fenwick Trimble, his solo home run in the bottom of the first inning off Bryce Cunningham. That's the difference, and it's the lone hit among the two sides through 2 innings. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Happy to be with you here. Sam Peterson will lead off here in the top of the third inning. 7, 8, and 9 for Bourne. Still in search of their first hit and first base runner against the right-hander out of Vanderbilt and Grayson Carter. It's been 6 up and 6 down. Carter, a high leg kick. First pitch to Peterson. Golf down the right field line. It's slicing out of play, and it will land foul into the crowd of people. Giving chase was Trimble, and he ran out of room. Peterson had a solid regular season, 268, a home run, and 8 RBIs. He's really turned it on in the postseason, though, batting .444. No home runs, but has 5 RBIs. A lot of speed as well for him. Here, a slow roller, third base side. Stallman picks it up, throws on the move to first, and Hallback makes the catch and an acrobatic stop to get Peterson for the first out.
Yeah, Peterson was burning and turning down the line. And then Hallback at the bag. As Matt said, at the beginning, acrobatic play, kept his foot on the bag and then fell down towards just the side of his body.
That brings up New Contrades, who is still in search of his first postseason hit. 2 games played for him. He's 0 for 7. Righty on righty against Carter. First pitch. Misses inside, 1-0. Contrades out of Arizona State. The 1-0. Breaking ball. That drops into the heart of the zone, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now to Contrades. Carter quickly to the mound. The 1-2 home. Spikes in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Contrades. Pete Chufreda stands on deck. Here's the 2-2 from Carter. Contrades catches a piece. Slaps it foul. First base side will go again.
And first appearance for Contrades, as we've talked about since that Katuitt series. Back here getting the start.
The 2-2 swing and a miss from Contrades. He's down on strike. Second punch out for Carter. 2 away in the top of the third.
Really hard fastball, outer half. Contrades chasing outside the zone. And a good chase pitch there from Carter with 2 strikes.
Pete Ciuffreda now digs in. Looking to spark this Bourne offense in the 9-hole. First pitch fastball is in the zone for his called strike 1. Ciuffreda coming off a 1-for-4 night with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. Had a triple in game 3. 0-1 bounces in 1-1. In that 9 spot, he's the heart and soul really of this team. So much energy and intensity that he brings. Looking to spark this Bourne offense, who's gone 8 up and 8 down against Carter so far. 1-1. Bounces in front of home plate, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Carter. Ciuffreda, a slow roller back up the middle. Charging is Stallman. He picks it up, fires to first, and it gets Ciuffreda by a step. First time through the order's been flawless for Carter. 9 up and 9 down as we head to the bottom of the third with Orleans having a 1-0 lead here in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Back at Eldridge Park here for the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Orleans in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Fenwick Trimble, his solo home run in the bottom of the first. The difference so far, just his second hit, second home run. Had the grand slam in the Game 1 win over YD to propel the Firebirds past the Red Sox. And here he is in Game 1, being the difference once again. It is 8, 9, and 1 due up for Orleans here in the bottom of the third inning. Henry Hunter, Jake Casey, and then it's back to the top of the order with Joe Oyama. The lefty and Hunter against Cunningham. First pitch, fastball, called strike on the outside corner. That's just the one hit between the two teams, that home run from Trimble. Here, Hunter pops one up, third base side. Eblin hustling over towards the line. And it drops. 0-2.
And really for Cunningham so far, just that one hit was the home run. Very similar line to what his teammate in Grayson Carter's done so far. It was just that, really just that one swing from Trimble that's put the game where it is.
An 0-2 count to Henry Hunter, the catcher out of Georgia. Here's the 0-2 from Cunningham. It's a breaking ball, low and outside. 1-2. Hunter batted .200 in the regular season, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. one of those home runs came against the Braves in their most recent trip to Eldridge Park. The 1-2, clip straight back, count stays where it is. Cunningham glove at his face, the leg kick, 1-2. Fouled off again by Hunter, will go again. Cam, so far, a lot of intensity. You can feel the pressure with each pitch, and even just in a 1-0 game, both teams still trying to figure out one another's pitcher.
Yeah, both teams right now have their top dogs on the mound, two of the best pitchers in the Cape. Teammates as well. It's two of the horses in a duel here trying to race towards the finish.
There's the 1-2 to Hunter again. This is popped up third base side, and it will drift out of play into the road. Count staying is where it is. There was a car going down, and it slowed down as it saw the ball flying in. Here's another 1-2 to Hunter. Breaking ball is outside, 2-2. The 2-2 is just a touch outside. On the changeup from Cunningham. He thought he had strike 3. Started walking off the mound. Instead, the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Hunter. This is driven out towards right field, straight to Kendall Diggs. Now he charges in, and he makes the catch for the first out in the bottom of the third.
Strong at bat there for Hunter, but for Cunningham sticking in there. A few good pitches. Matt, you said it, that changeup just missing on the outside corner. And then a hard line out there. Good read from Diggs in right field. Froze for a second. And then that ball kind of just took some top spin on Diggs, so he sprinted in, and big out number 1.
That brings up the 9-hitter in Jake Casey. During the regular season, struggled for Casey. 171 hitter, but in the postseason, he's turned it around through 2 games played. 3 for 6, including a 2 for 3 night in Game 2 against YD. First pitch fastball is low, and it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. This one fouled off by Casey. Count moves to 1-1.
And Matt, back to your point about the stress and how intense this game is. There's always something so intense about game number 1, and how it, especially in a 3-game series, how it just propels a team and starts them strong with momentum and brings an elimination game tomorrow for either side.
The 1-1. Fastball, a called strike on the inner half, 1-2. Orleans yet to lose a playoff game in 2023. Bourne dropped game 1 against Hyannis, but took games 2 and 3 in convincing fashion. Fly ball, center field. Long run for Trufretta into the left center field gap. He'll make the catch for the second out. Casey will head back to the dugouts, back to the top of the order with Joe Oyama.
Great read there from Trufretta in center field. Right off the bat, he knew it was going to be a tough one in left center, ranging over. This is a deep ballpark in center field. 434 to dead center, and then right around 350 to both gaps. But good placement there from Trufretta.
It's back to the top of the order. Joe Oyama, the second baseman, comes up for his second time. Popped out to Vastine his first time up. First pitch, breaking ball is in the zone for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Cunningham facing the lefty in Oyama, the 0-1 home. It's a fastball on the outer half, quickly 0-2. Cunningham has been settled in on the mound. Just the one blemish against Trimble. The 0-2 down the dirt. Oyama lays off, and it's 1-2. Glove at his face for Cunningham. Here's the 1-2. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Oyama. Here's a 2-2. Oyama, a little blooper to left field. Peterson charges in, and he makes the catch for the 3rd and final out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Orleans as we head into the 4th, but first, Allie Navarrete joining us here. What have you got for us, Allie?
Thank you, Matt. Had a chance to talk to our field manager, Scott Landers, before the game today. And, this is an interesting matchup, as I'm sure you and Cam have touched on, because Coach Landers just in his 2nd year as a field manager for Bourne, and Kelly Nicholson for Orleans has been doing this for quite some time. So you kind of have the vet versus the younger guy here. But Landers said that him and Kelly have a really great relationship, and what Kelly's been able to kind of teach him and help guide him through becoming a manager has been really special. And he said he's really grateful for everything that he's taught him. And, Landers looking for a 2nd championship in 2 years. Coach Nicholson looking for the first one since 2005 when he took on the Bravos all the way back then. So I think these guys have a lot of respect for each other, as do all the managers in this league. Nicholson's helped guide our coach, and today they're facing off, though. Definitely not teacher and student today, but more friendly foes.
Thank you, Allie. Friends off the field, but right now in this series, the two trying to get back atop the Cape League title ranks. We'll head to the 4th inning. Cam Manna will take over on play-by-play when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Top of the 4th inning here from Eldridge Park. It's game number 1 of the Cape League Finals, and Orleans on top. It's 1-0. Top of the order here for the Braves. First time they've gotten around, and so far 9 up, 9 down for Grayson Carter. He's from the windup. First pitch of Vastine. Line drive right field. It's down the line for a base hit. Right on cue. Rolls all the way towards the corner. Trimble picks it up. Vastine strolling into second base. It's a leadoff double for the Braves, and the tying run, it's in scoring position.
That's exactly what you were looking for if you were Bourne. That changeup from Carter just left middle. And Vastine turns on it. Out of reach for Hallback. You start to wonder, how does that velo affect here for Carter? You saw him throwing 100 early in the 1st. Now to the 4th. What does it look like for him?
First time he goes to the stretch. Second time he'll face JKG, who's 0 for 1. He shows bunt, pulls back. It's a fastball called strike on the inside corner.
Fastball still holding steady. That one at 97.
Vastine off second. That's his 2nd extra base hit here in the postseason. Had 6 doubles during the regular season. 0-1 pitch. Fastball way upstairs. 1-1. But Carter, his 2nd starting appearance here in the postseason. All the way back in game 1 against Harwich. 6 innings. He was phenomenal for the Firebirds. 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk. A look at second for the righty. High leg kick, 1-1 pitch. Grauer, a deep drive towards center field. Going back is King. This one's over his head and rolls to the wall. Vastine to third base, getting the wave. He's going to come around and score. JKG into second, and it's an RBI double. Bourne ties it up at 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Well, a 2nd time through the order now, and Bourne got a read on Carter here. 103 miles an hour off the bat of Grauer in left center field. It was going to be a long run for King, and on that fastball, just low in the zone, right in Grauer's sweet spot, he turns on it.
His 11th RBI here in the playoffs. What a turnaround for Grauer. Brings up the lefty Kendall Diggs. Tied at 1, first pitch. It's a fastball outside. And what a swing from Grauer over the head of King in center field. Rolls all the way towards the wall, towards the 434 side. Vastine looked to tag at first, and then he was on his horse. 2 looks from Carter at second. The 1-0 pitch. Diggs a chopper foul, first base side. First 2 hits for the Braves, and their first run of the game, tied at 1 here in Game 1 of the Cape League title match. Diggs 0 for 1 so far, an RBI chance for him as 4 here in the playoffs. Carter, 1-1 pitch, fastball just low, 2-1. As Allie touched on, Kelly Nicholson, a champion in 2005, against the Bourne Braves as the field manager. Scott Landers, his second season, looking to go back-to-back. The 2-1 pitch, Diggs, a deep drive towards left center field. King going back, ranging towards the wall, he makes the catch. Carter Grauer tagging from second to third base. The throw will be cut off and not in time. Kendall Diggs does his job, moves the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out. And here comes Bryce Eblin.
And, while the double from Vastine, now the double from Carter Grauer, those are the first 2 hits for Bourne. It's not like they weren't on Carter's fastball. They were putting balls in play. It was just them waiting for that moment when that first one gets through. Now they've done that. They're looking to take the lead here.
The infield fully in for the lefty Bryce Eblin. First pitch, Eblin a pop fly, third base side towards the road and out of play. Eblin on a 20-game hit streak. As we've talked about, so phenomenal what he's done here leading into the postseason. Has gone a little bit underlooked, just knowing the magnitude of this game. But an RBI chance here for Eblin. The Braves looking to take their first lead here in the championship round. 0-1 pitch, change-up low in the dirt, blocked by Hunter. Keeps Carter Grauer at third base. The outfield a few steps in as well here for Orleans. The whole infield, their toes on the grass. Step out here from Eblin, now steps back in. Carter a long look in, now gets the sign. Glove of the belt, the 1-1 pitch. Eblin a ground ball, second base side, picked up from Oyama. Carter Grauer now going home, the throw to first is in time, the throw home, it's not there! Carter Grauer with the trickery on the base paths. And the Braves, they're in front here in the top of the 4th. It's 2-1.
While Bryce didn't get the hit, he does his job, and that's what he's going to be most happy about. The undisputed leader of this team just puts the ball in play, and you touched on Carter Grauer. He deceived Oyama. He made it seem like he was going back to third, and he was still basically halfway down the line. Oyama just gave him a quick look and then went to first, and Carter Grauer said, "I'll head home, thank you very much."
First pitch of Derek Bender, ground ball, first base side, bobbled by Hallback, now picks it up, a flip to first to Carter. It's in time to end the inning. But Bourne, just like that, Carter's first 9 all go down. And in the top of the 4th inning goes the Braves' way. 2 hits and 2 runs. Vastine and Carter Grauer leading the way, and the Bravos in front 2-1 here in game number 1 of the Cape League title match. Bottom 4 coming up here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
The Bourne offense says hello in the top of the 4th inning. 2 hits and 2 runs, and they're in front 2-1 here in game number 1 of the Cape League Championship. It's Orleans and it's Bourne. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. Happy you could join us on this beautiful Friday night from Eldridge Park. 2-3-4 here for Orleans. Bryce Cunningham back on the bump, his 4th inning of work. Trimble, the home run so far, the only hit and the only run for the Firebirds. First pitch to the righty. It's a changeup low. Second home run of the postseason for Trimble. The outfielder out of JMU. Has the wide ready stance. 1-0 pitch from Cunningham. Off speed, this time in the zone at the belt. 1-1.
Now we've seen Bryce so far. He's done a really nice job mixing up his pitches, not leaning on his fastball. We're seeing a lot more off speed as well.
From the windup, 1-1 pitch. Fastball just going to miss on the inside corner. Makes it 2-1. Second start here in the playoffs for Cunningham. One punch out so far in this one. Had 4 against the Cavaliers on August 4th. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball clipped back. And Cunningham works it back 2-2. Just one swing's been the only hit for Orleans, but Cunningham has just bared down. Very efficient. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Sets up here, long look in, glove at the face. 2-2 pitch, the breaking ball. This one clipped back out of play towards the large set of fans on the first base side here from Eldridge Park. Before the game, expecting more than 5,000 all over the Cape League Instagram for their semifinal match against YD. This one even bigger. This pitch, grounded on the 2-2. Third base side, Eblin charges, picks it up, and there's no throw to first base. And it's an infield single for Fenwick Trimble. 2 hits for Orleans, both in the hands of Trimble, and their first leadoff base runner.
And both of those hits very different. A no-doubter to left field from Trimble, and now you get the slow roller here to third base. It was going to be a tough play from Eblin, and Trimble's got good speed. First time Cunningham's going to have to deal with someone on the bases, but he's looked good on the mound.
Brings up Jack Penny here. 2-3-4 in the order for Orleans. Penny's 0 for 1 so far. From the stretch is Cunningham. First pitch to the lefty. This one's up and outside, 1-0. Penny batting .400 here in the playoffs, a double and 2 RBIs for the shortstop out of Notre Dame. 2-step lead for Trimble off first base. Cunningham, the highlight kick. 1-0 pitch, fastball at the letters, 1-1. Middle infield here, pinching for the Braves of Vastine and Kroger-Grauer. Turned 3 double plays in Game 2 against Hyannis. The 2 of them so efficient in the middle infield. Cunningham, long look. 1-1 pitch. This one clipped back out of play towards the road. It's 1-2. And when I say road, right behind us here at Eldridge Park. Matt said before, a car almost got hit by a foul ball and just had to stop in the middle of the road. Pick over to first base, back sliding is Trimble before the 1-2. No outs here in bottom 4. 1 runner on for Orleans. Born in front 2-1. Cunningham looking for punch out number 2. Leans over, now stands tall. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball low, Bender, a snap throw to first base. It's not in time. He kept it in front, and that momentum ranged him to the first base side. Close throw, not in time.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness from Bender, and he's not afraid for those snap throws. He's got a great arm behind the plate. Trimble taking a larger secondary lead.
2-2 pitch, Penny a drive, left field, this one out of play, and once again towards the trees and the road. Sun going down here at Eldridge Park was in Matt and I's face for a lot of the start of this game, setting towards the third base side. Now the lights come on here in bottom 4. 2-2 pitch, it's outside, and the count's now full here to Penny. Matt Hallback waits on deck, Eddie Micheletti to follow if it gets to him. Still a 2-step lead for Trimble, Contreras holding him on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Cunningham sets. He delivers. Fastball grounded first base side, it's foul. Trickles to all the fans on the first base side, lining up. We talk a lot of the time about lawn chairs at Dorn Park. Only option here at Eldridge Park. Just a sea of fans towards right field. 3 balls, 2 strikes once again. Cunningham a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Fastball clipped back right off the glove of Bender, and Penny lives another pitch. Fifth meeting between these two teams comes in game number 1 of the championship. Orleans led the regular season series 3-1. Bourne still in search of their first win here from Eldridge Park. Penny steps back in, waves his bat twice. Still a two-step lead for Trimble. He's going on the pitch. Penny a drive towards right field and deep. Diggs going back towards the warning track. Over his head, bounces against the wall. Trimble getting the wave at third base. He's going to try to turn and score. Cut off from JKG. The throw home. It's not in time. Penny to second, now to third on the throw to the backstop. And Orleans ties it up here in bottom 4. Jack Penny, the RBI double, his third ribby of the postseason. It's 2-2.
Yeah, really strong hit. Diggs just didn't read it too well, just got over his head, and it took that weird hop. Went straight into the yellow on top of the fence and ricocheted back in. Good relay throw back in, but the speed from Trimble was going to be too much, and that one gets past Bender. And just like Bourne did in the top of the 4th with 2 runs, Orleans looking to answer.
Here's Matt Hallback. Penny 90 feet away. First pitch to the righty, it's a breaking ball, and a called strike at the knees. Infield fully in here for the Braves. Similar spot that the Orleans defense was in top 4. Cunningham from the windup. The 0-1 pitch, Hallback a ground ball, right back up the middle, trickles into center field. It's a base hit. And just like that, Orleans back in front. Matt Hallback, the RBI single, makes it 3-2.
And now the second time through the order against Cunningham, Orleans has picked up on a thing or two. 3 straight hits.
The offense just like that here in the 4th inning. A switch has been turned on for both teams. Here's the lefty, Eddie Micheletti. First pitch from Cunningham, fastball called strike at the letters. It was Trimble to start on a single, Jack Penny that double, and Matt Hallback the RBI single. 3-2 Orleans. 0-1 to Micheletti. Ground ball at first base, could be 2. Contreras picks it up, now bobbles. He'll take it himself to the bag at first and get Micheletti. But Hallback advancing 90 feet. First out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Contreras just losing it as he was ready to exchange. We saw him working pregame with those ground balls at first, throw on to second. You know, he's still new to playing at first base. Didn't see it till the end of the regular season where he got his first start there.
Brings up the righty, Eddie King Jr. Hallback now off second base, Cunningham from the stretch. First pitch to King. This one gets by Bender, but Hallback staying put at second base. Bender scurried towards the backstop, and just in time for Hallback not to move. But first 3 innings, a lot of 1-2-3s. It was all 1-2-3s for Grayson Carter. Cunningham almost faced the minimum, just a solo home run for Fenwick Trimble. But now the 4th inning. Orleans looking to tack on the 1-run lead. 0-1 to King. Pop fly high in the air, right field and towards the line. Running over his Diggs now in foul territory. This one's going to drop foul. And Diggs almost runs into some fans in right field. Didn't have a lot of room. And a long run for Diggs. All the way about 10 steps into foul territory.
Yeah, like you said, a long run, and that would have been a big second out to get for Cunningham. Another runner in scoring position. You want to keep it at a 1-run game here if you're Bourne.
1-1 count with 1 away. 2 looks at Hallback at second. The pitch. Fastball called strike at the belt. Makes it 1-2. Kings 0 for 1. A fly out to center back in the second. 1 RBI here in the postseason. Cunningham looking for out number 2. Sets tall, look at second once again. Here's the pitch. King, a pop fly once again, deep to right field this time. Diggs running over towards the line. Diggs will slide. He made the catch in foul territory. Tagging a third is Hallback. But Mr. SC Top 10, once again, sliding and making an unbelievable grab for out number 2.
Big second out for Cunningham, and you touched on it. Kendall Diggs, he's made those big plays. Sliding in, making the catch. Kelly Nicholson coming out, making sure that Diggs made that catch, and conversing with Stephen Williams at first base. It was a quick conversation, wants to make sure, and that's exactly what it was.
Looked like a close call, and Diggs kind of snow-coning that baseball into his glove. Very similar spot to that foul ball from King, this time a little bit more airtime, and Diggs was on it. Brings up Brandon Stallman. RBI chance is his. First pitch to the lefty. It's a fastball low. Hallback now off third base. 3 consecutive hits for Orleans, now 2 down. 3-2 lead for the Firebirds. Cunningham from the windup. The 1-0 pitch. Stallman, a dribbler first base side, and foul. He's batting .267 here in the postseason, batted .296 in the regular season, and 4 RBIs in 16 games. Wide lefty stance, Cunningham agrees with the sign. Kicks and deals. It's an off speed. This one's just slow at the shins. Makes it 2-1. Only 18 runs in 4 games for Orleans on the offensive side. Bourne 50 in 5. But Orleans here showing the offense to attack Bourne. This pitch low once again from Cunningham makes the count 3-1. Normal depth here for the Bourne defense. Infield's back, outfield straight away. Cunningham looking to work back on a 3-1 count with 2 away. His pitch, fastball, called strike in the inside corner. Brought back in the zone from Bender. He moves it full. Can Cunningham stop the bleeding and keep it here? Here's the payoff pitch to Stallman. This one foul tipped off the glove of Bender. And Stallman lives another pitch here, very similar to what we saw with Trimble early on. That engine this inning. Choking up is Stallman. Cunningham glove at the face. The 3-2 once again. Fastball popped up and sails out of play. Left side. Still haul back off third base. Had the RBI single to make it 3-2. Stallman steps back in. Can Cunningham get it this time? The payoff pitch once again. Fastball, pop fly, high in the air in center field, but right at Trufretta. Now ranges towards the gap, settles under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. But 2 more runs here for Orleans in the bottom of the 4th inning. Matt Hallback, the RBI single, makes it 3-2 Firebirds. As we head to the top of the 5th here from Eldridge Park, it's game number 1 of the Cape League Championship.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
We head to the top of the 5th inning here from Eldridge Park. It all comes down to this, a 3-game set. It's the Cape League Finals, the Orleans Firebirds and the Bourne Braves. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. Thank you for joining us. It's been a good one so far. Pitcher's duel early on. The offense came alive in the 4th. A 3-2 Orleans lead. Bourne now back with the sticks. 6, 7, 8, Garrett Michelle, Sam Peterson, New Contreras due up, and Grayson Carter Back in the bump, his 5th inning of work. First pitch, big wave and a miss from Michelle. Makes it 0-1. 2 strikeouts so far for Carter. His second start here in the playoffs. 0-1 pitch, way in the attic. 1-1. Michelle's 0 for 1. A line out to finish off the second inning. Stands tall in the lefty's box. 1-1 pitch, clipped back off the netting. Makes it 1-2. But Carter in the regular season only 2 starts. 14 and 1/3 innings pitched. He was a reliever. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Michelle going up the ladder. The heater there from Carter. His 3rd punch out. And there's 1 away.
That fastball still holding steady in the upper 90s. That one coming in at 97. Just continues to lean on that pitch, throwing it for strikes.
First pitch to the righty, Sam Peterson. A fastball once again, this time upstairs, 1-0. Carter very efficient, works very quickly on the bump. Sets, fires, the 1-0. It's up and inside, makes it 2-0. Peterson batting .444 here in the playoffs, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Carter looking to work back. 3-0, fastball upstairs. Peterson, a flip of the bat, third base side, jogs down to first. And it's a 1-out walk, first time that Peterson reaches the base paths here tonight.
Yeah, that's the first walk we've seen from either side so far. You're going to see Henry Hunter now go out to talk with his pitcher and Carter. That's just 4 fastballs they just missed on.
And for Carter during the regular season, 14 strikeouts on 9 walks. And he faced Bourne once and had some trouble. A long at-bat to Curtis Grauer. I think that was 13 to 15 pitches, Matt. And then he hit a batter on the very next pitch and was yanked. But he's been big for Orleans and now coming into a starter role, showing that stamina, 6 innings in his start against Harwich. Brings up New Contreras, the righty. Pick over to Peterson before the first pitch. He's back standing. Contreras still in search of his first hit here in the playoffs. He's 0 for 7. First pitch, this one spiked from Hunter. Snap throw to first base. And back safely is Peterson. And Carter once again missing on the fastball. Hunter just scooped that one. Kept it in front. A chance with Peterson, but he's back. From the stretch is Carter. 1-0 count with 1 away. Pitch to Contreras. Off speed, low and inside. 2-0. Six straight balls here from Carter. The Bravos, the tying run on the base paths. Contreras, the go-ahead. 2-0 pitch. Contreras, a pop fly, foul territory in right field. And this one's going to sail out of play towards the sea of fans. But these are the games that Orleans flourishes in. Close battles where the pitching is the centerpiece. And they take a lead late. They rely on their bullpen. 2-step lead for Peterson off first base. The 2-1 pitch, Peterson's going. It's fouled back from Contreras. Peterson back to first. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Bourne looking to try and go for a hit and run there. Fastball in the lower part of the zone.
Peterson with 15 stolen bases during the regular season, second on this Bourne roster. Carter sets. The 2-2, Peterson's going. Fastball driven right field, and it's down the line for a base hit. Peterson steps on second. He's heading for third, and he's in there. And the hit and run works to perfection. New Contreras gets involved here in the postseason. His first hit here in the playoffs, and it's first and third for the Braves.
Yeah, like you said, first hit in the postseason, and it's big for him to get that going, and in this spot as well. Put runners on the corners. 1 out. Bourne looking to tie, and Pete Ciuffreda, he's so good at just doing his job. That's what he's done great at this season. He's looking to do the same.
The lefty and Ciuffreda steps in. First pitch, it's a fastball, it's a called strike. There's the fastball in the zone from Carter that Orleans wants to see. Peterson off third, the tying run. Contreras off first, the go-ahead. 0-1 pitch. This one clipped foul from Giuffreda. Makes it 0-2. Giuffreda batting .250 here in the playoffs. A home run and 2 RBIs. Has walked 6 times. Going with the high Sox here tonight. In an 0-2 hole. Carter sets. Here's the pitch. Ground ball at second base, could be 2. Oyama picks it up, on to second for 1. Penny picks it up, no throw to first base. And Giuffreda beats it out. Peterson scores, and Bourne ties it here in the top of the 5th at 3 apiece.
Pete just doing his job, and as soon as he put that one on the ground, he was put his head down. He was not going to stop. Hustling down the line, and it was a slow roller to Oyama, and Pete, he's deceptively fast. You look at the size of him, and you don't think he can move that well, but he does.
He's going on the first pitch. Vastine, a ground ball, foul, third base side. Haven't seen it as often here in the playoffs outside of Game 2 against the Cavaliers. Bourne stealing as much as they did in the regular season. And weirdly enough, they've relied more on the long ball here in the postseason than they did in the regular season. 15 home runs during that first season for the Braves. An 0-1 count with 2 away. Giuffreda going on the pitch. Vastine, a ground ball up the middle. This one sneaks through into center field. Giuffreda turning on the burners, heading to third. He claps his hands. Vastine to first. His second hit here tonight. And Bourne once again, runners at the corners. The go-ahead in Giuffreda. And here comes Josh Kroder-Grauer.
You can see it now. Bourne's starting to pick up on Carter's movements on the mound by the looks of it. You saw it with Contreras' at-bat with Peterson during Contreras' at-bat. Hit and run was on twice. It worked well there, and now you see with Giuffreda, he wasted no time on those 2 pitches to Vastine, both of them. He was going.
Vastine off first, Giuffreda off third. First pitch to JKG, a called strike on the breaking ball, right at the knees. Kroder-Grauer, the RBI double in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2. His 11th RBI here in the playoffs, has been the top hitter on the Cape in the postseason. 0-1 pitch, foul tipped into the glove of Hunter, and quickly 0-2. The Firebirds are going to keep it tied at 3 here in the top of the 5th. Giuffreda 90 feet away, the go-ahead run. Carter, 0-2 Vastine going. This one grounded foul, first base side. And Josh lives another pitch. All multi-hit games so far in the postseason as well for Kroder-Grauer. Could keep that statement true right here and give Bourne the lead. Carter on the mound, leans over. A look at first, now stands tall, glove at the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Vastine going, line drive from JKG. Right center field, down for a base hit. Giuffreda scores. Vastine to third base, turning on the burners, and he's going to score. JKG in a second, and he's in there. A 2 RBI double for Josh Kroder-Grauer. Unstoppable here in the postseason. And the Braves back in front. It's 5-3.
That pitch coming in at 100 miles an hour. The fastball in on the hands for Kroder-Grauer. And you just see how quickly he's able to turn on it. Cam alluded to it earlier. The first time we saw Grayson Carter was at Doran Park. Josh was the first guy to face him. Worked a double-digit pitch at bat. Eventually worked a walk. And then Carter was taken out after he plunked the next hitter. Here he's come up clutch. An RBI double in the 4th. Now 2 RBIs here in the 5th. Tough regular season, but Cam and I talk about it. It's his second season when you come into the playoffs. He's turned on. He's turned it into his best self here.
5 hits and 5 runs for Bourne here on the 5-3 lead, and they take the Orleans ace and Grayson Carter out of the game. New pitcher for Orleans coming in. It's a lefty. We'll get you that and everything you need to know when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Born Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Josh Kuroda-Grauer, 13 RBIs now here in the playoffs. Another multi-hit game and gives the Braves the 5-3 lead. Grayson Carter out of the game, and Everett Catalet in the game here for Orleans. The lefty out of Georgetown stands at 6'7". Pitched in 1 game in the regular season, 3 earned runs on just 1 inning pitch. But here in the postseason, pitched against YD out of the bullpen. 5 innings, 1 earned, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts on 1 walk for Catalet. Lefty-on-lefty matchup here with Kendall Diggs. Bryce able to follow another lefty. But born the 2-run lead, Kuroda-Grauer off second base here in the top of the 5th inning. Catalet from the third base side of the rubber from the stretch. Kendall Diggs steps in. Here's the first pitch to Diggs. It's a fastball in the outside corner. It's a called strike. Diggs 0 for 2 so far in this one. A fly ball that was caught and centered by King back in the 4th. An RBI chance here. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Born a big rally here. Giuffreda tied up the game at 3 on a fielder's choice, and Kuroda-Grauer gave them the lead. Diggs in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. This one up and inside. They check down here for Diggs. And the third base sump in Keith Peterson said he held up. Can Bourne extend here? Game number 1 of the Cape League Championship. The ace for Orleans out of the game. 1-2 pitch. It's an off-speed outside. Makes it 2-2. The Orleans defense in normal depth. Diggs the wide lefty stance. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Almost clips Diggs on the inside corner. Works the count full. Bryce Eblin waiting on deck here for Bourne. It was Michelle to lead off the inning. Peterson started it with a walk, and he scored already. 3-2, 2 away. The payoff pitch, it's spiked from Catalot. And Diggs goes to first base, first and second here for the Bravos. And the 2-out rally still stands tall. Bryce Eblin walking to the lefty's batter's box. Catlett back in the bump here. Bryce Eblin. First pitch to the lefty. It's a fastball low from Catlett.
And you got to wonder here, how long he's going to go. You're already seeing some more movement in the Orleans bullpen. 4 days ago, he pitched 5 innings and got the win in Game 1 against YD.
A look at second at JKG. The pitch to Eblin. This one outside. 2-0 count here, and time call from Hunter to talk to Catlett, his pitcher on the bump. But Matt will recap this game so far and what it's been. A pitcher's duel through 3 innings, and the 4th inning came around, and both offenses woke up. Bourne taking the lead, Orleans right back in bottom 4, and then Bourne here on the top of the 5th, up by 2.
Yeah, we've seen a complete shift in the complexion of this game here. Carter, he was flawless through the first 9. Didn't allow a hit, 2 strikeouts. He looked like his usual self, and then in that 4th inning, you saw Vastine with a double. Grauer got the double. And now here in the 5th, they took advantage of him missing spots. Chufreda just putting a ball in play to bring a run in, and he stays on. And then you get back to the top of the order again.
Pitch to Eblin here. Makes the count 2-1. It's clipped back and foul.
And we had talked about it. Like, we've seen the resiliency from this Bourne team throughout this season, and especially here in the playoffs. They have that mentality. It doesn't matter who they're facing. They're confident. They know when they get up to bat that they got a shot. They got a real good shot.
2-1 count, 2 runners on with 2 away. Catlett a look at second. Pitch to Eblin. This one popped up high in the air, and this one's out of play behind home plate. Catlett now 1 pitch away from keeping it where it is for the Firebirds. 5 hits here for the Braves, 4 for Orleans. And Bryce still in search of his first hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catlett fires. It's a fastball low. And another full count here. Was ahead on Diggs. Fell all the way back and walked him. And now a chance here for Eblin to do the exact same thing or extend the lead for the Braves as Derek Bender waits on deck. Catlett stands tall, agrees with the sign. Glove with the belt, 2-step lead for Grauer. Payoff pitch, Eblin a pop fly high in the air in the infield. Hunter takes off his mask at home plate. Now takes a few steps in on the plate. He'll make the catch for out number 3. But the Bravos back in front. Josh Grauer. My God, his postseason, 13 RBIs for him. The 2 RBI double makes it 5-3 Braves. Bottom 5 coming up here from game number 1 from Eldridge Park.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
This is JKG. You're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Josh Grauer brings you back here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network alongside Matt Scalzo. I'm Cam Manna. Bottom 5 from Eldridge Park, game number 1 of the Cape League Finals, and the Bravos in front 5-3. 8-9-1 here for Orleans on the offensive side, and Bryce Cunningham back on the bump, but Matt, he's been so good. Just that 1 home run and a little bit of a tough inning in the 4th, but he's commanded his pitches and has been in the strike zone, has not walked anyone so far.
Yeah, Bryce has been outstanding so far tonight, and that's all you can ask for from Bourne is your best pitcher giving his best stuff, and he's worked around some trouble. That 4th inning didn't go his way.
Here's the first pitch to the lefty Hunter. It's a fastball upstairs.
But you'd love for him to get through this inning rather quickly. You need a shutdown inning here if you're Bourne.
Cunningham from the windup. 1-0 pitch, broken bat, third base side, off the bag, and this one's going to roll fair. Hunter, a big turn at first base. This one trickles into foul territory, and it's picked up from Eblin. That's the way you want to get it done sometimes, I guess, if you're Orleans. This one just off the bag, and a broken bat as well for Hunter. He gets on base. Back-to-back leadoff base runners for the Firebirds.
And that is similar way to where they started the fourth. Fenwick Trimble just had a slow roller to third, and this one a bit harder hit, and it just takes that unfortunate hop off the bag to where Eblin can't make the play.
Here's the left fielder, Jake Casey. First pitch to the lefty. It's a fastball inside. But the Firebirds showed in bottom four. Bourne got two more back from Orleans. 3 in the top of the fifth for the Braves. What does Orleans do? Cunningham from the stretch. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Casey out in front makes it 1-1. Casey 0 for 1 so far. Fly out back in the third inning on a 1-2-3. Cunningham, a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Check swing from Casey. He went around, makes it 1-2. Hunter not a big threat to steal on the bags. Just a step and a half lead at first. Contreras holding him on. Middle infield pinching here for the Bravos. Casey chokes up with 2 strikes. The 1-2, it's a fastball upstairs. Bender, the snap throw to first, almost into right field. But Contreras leaped at the bag to keep it inside the infield.
Yeah, it's tough to make those snap throws with a lefty in the box, and Casey. Fortunate for Contreras, he's able to climb the ladder and go up there to make the snag.
Cunningham. 2-2 pitch, fastball called strike, snap throw from Bender, it's not in time. And Casey down on strikes, the second punch out for Bryce Cunningham. And there's one away here in the bottom of the fifth.
You know, it's crazy to think for Bryce that that's just his second strikeout with how well he's commanded the zone. But he's just trusting his defense behind him, and that's what we've seen from this Bourne defense is them just turning it on so far in the postseason. You love to see that. Gives your pitchers on the mound just so much confidence that you know the 8 guys behind you and the 7 guys rather behind you and the one behind the plate are going to help you out.
Top of the order, and Joe Oyama. First pitch, a called strike from Cunningham, goes to the breaking ball. Oyama 0 for 2 so far, a pop out and a fly out. Looking to propel a rally here for the Firebirds. Cunningham, a long look. 0-1, fastball just going to miss on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Oyama, a .360 hitter and an all-star during the regular season. Batting a .125 here in the postseason, has 2 RBIs. 2-step lead for Hunter at first base. Cunningham. 1-1, wave and a miss. Big hack there from Oyama, out in front and turning his whole body towards right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Middle infield still pinching here for the Braves. Eblin back at third. Cunningham from the stretch, glove of the belt. The 1-2, inside corner, almost clips Oyama. Bender a good frame either way. Oyama crowding the plate. Makes it a tough call there, 2-2. Tying run in the box here for Oyama. Hit 5 home runs in the regular season. 2-2 count. Cunningham. The pitch, breaking ball, a knobber third base side. This one rolls foul, and we'll do it again. Beautiful night here from Eldridge Park. So many fans just draped on the first base side, and the outfield as well in dead center. Can Cunningham put down Oyama? 2-2 once again, swing and a miss. Climbing the ladder is Cunningham. Back-to-back strikeouts, his third, and there's 2 away.
And you can tell that Bryce is really locked in on the mound here. Shows some emotion after that strikeout of Oyama. He's looking for one more and trying to get through someone that's been a thorn in his side in Fenwick Trimble.
2 for 2 so far and a solo home run. First pitch to the righty, a check swing on the off speed. He went around, says Angstrad, behind home plate. Trimble also led off that fourth inning with a single, came around and scored. Cunningham, a deep breath. The 0-1 pitch, fastball driven right back up the middle. Grauer! Oh man! Full extension Superman! Give JKG a cape. He's doing it all. Ends the bottom of the fifth inning here from Eldridge Park. And the Bravos keep it where it is. It's 5-3. Top six coming up here in game number 1 of the Cape League Championship.
The Born Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bornbraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area in our can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Born Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Got a good one here from Eldridge Park, the top of the 6th inning. Game number 1 of the Cape League Final. The Orleans Firebirds and the Born Braves. Alongside Matt Scalzo and Cam Manna. Happy Friday. And some good baseball so far. A 5-3 lead for the Braves. Josh Grauer has been highlighted so far. 3 RBIs and, man, what a play in the infield. Full extension on a line drive up the middle. Went full extension. Got himself some grass stains to end the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-6-7 here for the Braves. Everett Catlett still on the mound for Orleans. Derek Bender, Garrett Michelle, Sam Peterson due up. Catlett from the windup. First pitch to Bender. This one fouled back out of play.
You're going back to that play by Josh. That might be one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in baseball.
0-1 pitch. Bender, an awkward swing. He went around on the breaking ball. Makes it 0-2.
At least in person. I mean, just like the magnitude of it was a hard hit line drive from Trimble. And he just, it's like a center fielder laying out, or what we've seen from Kendall Diggs in right field this season. Your jaw just drops.
Catlett, 0-2 pitch. Bender pops this one foul first base side. And Grauer, that read as well. Smoked up the middle. And, man, he just took 2 steps, went full extension. Tougher than what Diggs did a little bit as well, just the reaction time at second base. The 0-2 once again. Fastball upstairs above the letters of Bender. Makes it 1-2. It was 3 runs for Bourne in the top of the 5th inning on the 2-run lead. Bender 0 for 2 so far. Looking to change his night. 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and away. Even at 2s. But Bender back-to-back games with home runs. Had a 3-run shot last night at Hyannis in an elimination battle. 2-2. Bender clips it out of play first base side. He's not going away. Him and Michelle in this 5-6 spot. 5 home runs combined here in the postseason. Here's the pitch. This one's low here to Bender. Works it all the way back in a long battle. Full count. The lefty and Catlett steps off the mound. Now he's back on the bump. Waiting on the sign here from Hunter. Now he gets it, a deep breath. The 3-2 to Bender. Fastball popped up out of play, and Bender staying on top of the fastballs and a few breaking ball pitches. He's staying alive. Orleans in much need here of a 1-2-3. It starts with Bender. Can Catlett get him this time? 3-2 pitch, Bender a drive right at the shortstop in Penny. He makes the glove grab, a scorcher right back at him. One away.
A long at bat for Bender that you saw him early fall behind and then work it all the way back. Got a fastball he turned on 102 off the bat, but it's happened a lot this summer to where it's straight at someone for Bender.
First pitch to Michelle, an awkward check swing, similar to Bender's second swing of that last at-bat. 0-1. Just a pitch low, Michelle just guessing the whole way. He was out in front. Catlett's 0-1 pitch. This one low and outside to Michelle, makes it 1-1. Michelle also 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout back in the fifth. The 1-1 from Catlett. Michelle a broken back ground ball right at first base. Picked up from Hallback, he'll take it himself. That's out number 2. Michelle shattering his blue bat on the first base side. Cal, Scotlander's son, picks up the bat. And Sam Peterson, he'll step in with 2 away.
That's tough for Garrett. Really got his hands through quickly on that fastball inside. And as you said, bat just shattered right as it made contact.
Catlett kicks and deals. Peterson, a ground ball right side, ranging over as Oyama, picks it up, fires to first. And there's the 1-2-3 inning for Orleans. Everett Catlett, bounce back here on the bump, makes it 5-3. Bourne still in front. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. But first, we've talked about JKG. Allie Navarrete, she has more.
Thank you, Cam. Wish I'd been able to run over here fast enough to get this hit in right after that crazy catch, but we'll go back to it for a second. I had a chance to talk to Josh before the game, and he's been pretty open and honest about how he really struggled during this regular season. You know, day one at Brewster, he got hit in the thumb. It broke his thumb, so he had a broken thumb, and then he was supposed to go to Team USA, ended up having to stay here. I know when he had to stay here, he wasn't too upset because, you know, he was going to have potential to come back to this very series that we're in right now. But he really had to battle back from that injury, and he told me that now in the postseason, as he's excelling, he really credits a lot of that to Coach Landers. He said, Coach never gave up on me. He always had trust in me, and that's why Josh has been able to excel here. He knows that this staff and this team trust him, and now he's trusting himself as well, both at the plate and defensively.
And Bourne trusting Josh Kroeger-Grauer, turning it on here in the postseason to a different level, unstoppable at the moment. Bottom 6 coming up. Ryan Free will be on the mound when we return.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
The stakes continue to rise here from Eldridge Park. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bravos in front of Orleans 5-3. Game number 1 of the Cape League Finals of a 3-game set. And it kicks off here tonight. It's been a good one so far alongside Matt Scalzo and Cam Manna. 3-4-5 here for Orleans. Jack Penny, Matt Hallback, and Eddie Micheletti do up. Ryan Free, the lefty out of Texas Tech, on the bump. His second appearance here in the postseason, went 1 inning against the Kettleers, 1 hit on no runs. And during the regular season, 1-2, a 4.40 ERA, but was huge down the stretch. Free turned it to a different level in the last 5 games of the season for those appearances. Lefty on lefty matchup here with Penny. Free from the stretch. First pitch. This one's outside, 1-0. Penny 1 for 2. Doubled and scored back in the 4th inning. Picked up an RBI as well. Free glove at his chest. 1-0 pitch. Penny, a ground ball right at JKG at second. Picks it up, fires to first. That's out number 1.
That's something you love to see there for if you're free. Just when you come out of the bullpen, you want to get that first out as quickly as you can. And as I've talked about, just trusting that defense behind you. JKG, I mean, how can you not trust someone? Like Ali talked about, how much he's been through this season and what he's done in the postseason.
Here's Matt Holback, the righty. 1 for 2 so far. First pitch to him, a big hack and a big miss. Had the RBI single in the 4th. That gave Orleans the 1-run lead. But Bourne with 3 more in the top of the 5th, in front 5-3. The righty stands tall, free sets, third base side of the rubber. 0-1 pitch, fastball back in the zone right at the knees. 0-2. 2 RBIs here in the playoffs for Holback. 313 overall. Free leans over. Now stands tall. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, nobody on. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Ryan Free to the heater, his first punch out of the bullpen, and there's 2 away.
You touched on it, Free, towards the end of the regular season, started to really figure out what he wanted to do, and he's been great. Also want to touch on Bryce Cunningham. He went 5 innings, struck out 3, walked no one, just allowed 4 hits and the 3 runs. Exactly what you want out of your ace in game 1 of the championship.
Another lefty on lefty with Eddie Micheletti. Free sets, fires. First pitch is an off-speed up. But big game Bryce once again, pitched in game 1 in round 1, and comes here in the championship series more of the same. Gives Bourne an opportunity with the lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Free. It's an off-speed low and outside, makes it 2-0. And for Cunningham, just tough 4th inning, but outside of that, 1 swing from Trimble, 3 runs for him. Very dominant, a couple of strikeouts as well. 2-0, fastball inside, almost clips Micheletti. 3 balls, no strikes. Micheletti 0 for 2, 2 ground outs so far to first base, all putouts from Contreras. Can Free work back here in the bottom of the 6th? A wave of the bat from Micheletti. Free to look in. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball below the knees, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Eddie Micheletti. First time he'll reach base here tonight. And brings up Eddie King Jr. with 2 outs.
And for Free, that's his first walk that he's given out since July 19th. He only had 2 in the whole entire regular season. It just speaks volumes to how good he's been on the mound. But they're just missing his spots a little bit.
First pitch here to King. This one's low on the fastball to the righty. 17 strikeouts to 2 walks for Free. And Matt, the bullpen turning on late. Big part of the success for the Braves. And Free, one of those guys that's brought it to a different level. 1-0 pitch. This one foul tipped off the glove of Bender. Makes it 1-1. The offense has obviously been there for Bourne, but a guy like Rob Adams last night out of the bullpen. Did not see that early on in the season for Bourne out of their bullpen. 1-1, King Jr. Big swing and a miss. Makes it 1-2. Can King keep the rally alive? 2-step lead for Micheletti off first base. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Free. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball, third base side. This one trickles foul down the line, and we'll do it again. King, a .214 hitter here in the playoffs with 1 RBI. Plays a strong glove in center field. Some claps here from Eldridge Park. Here's the 1-2 once again. Fastball buzzes the tower. Almost hits the head of King. Turns away at that heater. 2-2. 2 batters down on the walk from Micheletti. Can King keep it right here at the 5-3 lead? Freeze pitch. King a drive left field down the line. This ball is going to be fair in the corner. Micheletti steps on second, heading to third base. He will not get the wave around. King into second base. And it's going to be a ground rule double, it looks like, as it rolled all the way in left field towards foul territory and towards the corner. But King, a great swing with 2 strikes. And that tying run on second base for Orleans with 2 outs.
Yeah, a huge swing there from King. That breaking ball just down inside, and you got to give credit to the righty getting his hands around and through it.
Brandon Stallman. A base hit could tie this game up. A big fly gives Orleans the lead. The lefty's 0 for 2, a lefty-on-lefty matchup once again. Free. First pitch, fastball, called strike on the outside corner. And all of a sudden, this place a lot louder here in the bottom of the 6th. Some claps on the first base side for Orleans, third base side for Bourne. 2 runners on with 2 outs. Free. 0-1 breaking ball, ground ball, first base side. Contreras picks it up, he'll take it himself. And Ryan Free, the emotions, he works out of the jam here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runners stranded for Orleans, 1 hit and no runs. And the Bravos still in command over Orleans, 5-3. Top 7 coming up here in game number 1 of the Cape League title match. All hand play-by-play off to Matt Scalzo when we return.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Into the 7th inning, it's 5-3 Bourne over Orleans in game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. New Contreras is the one leading off here in the top of the 7th. And he takes a ball 1 that bounces in from Everett Catlett. I got a little ahead of myself.
Well, I was going to say when I walked in today, I told you if I was playing in this game, I felt like a 2-for-4 kind of night.
Cam was ready to go. Contreras, slow roller back up the middle. Glove by Penny at short. The throw on a first is in time, and there's 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
A nice job here from Catlett, just coming into that 5th inning. A few long ABs, Bourne getting in front, but a 1-2-3 in the 6th, pitching for strikes. That's a good pitch there early on to Contreras.
Now we're going to see a pinch hitter here in the 9-hole. For Pete Chufreda, it's Gage Harrelson out of Texas Tech. Great defensive player as well. They'll slot into center field. Harrelson, he went 2 for 3 when he pinch hit in Game 2 against Hyannis. Made an appearance last night. He struck out. Lefty on lefty against Catlett. First pitch fastball is outside, 1-0. Harrelson this postseason batting .214. 3 for 14, has a run scored. In the regular season, .242 hitter. 1-0. It's a fastball painted outside, 1-1. Harrelson had 8 RBIs. Was more known for his speed on the bases. The 1-1. Harrelson, a high chopper straight to Oyama at second. Charges in, picks it up. Sidearm throw to first. It's in time. There's 2 gone here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Catlett early in counts, pitching to strikes. That one in the zone for Harrelson, just a little bit late, and chopping the one at Oyama. And Orleans, right now, with a 2-run game, this is workable for them. Getting into the Bourne bullpen, a team that showed some late magic in round number 1 against Harwich. So they're used to these close games, just a 2-run lead here for Bourne.
First pitch from Catlett to Vastine is inside for ball 1. This will be the first time Vastine faces the left-hander out of Georgetown. Threw 64 pitches on August 7th in Game 1 against YD. 1-0, comes back in the zone, and it's 1-1. One count between the lefty and Catlett and the lefty and Vastine. The pitch home. Swing and a miss from Vastine, 1-2. Catlett has retired the last 7 Bourne hitters. Issued a walk to Diggs in the first batter he faced, but since then, he's been locked in. Pitch home, bounces off a home plate, gets the backstop, and Vastine stays alive. We're going to get the count to 2-2. Vastine 2 for 3 tonight. 2 runs scored. Double and a single his last 2 times up. The 2-2 is a fastball low and outside, and the count runs full with 2 away. The payoff pitch. Vastine chops it off a home plate foul. We'll do it all over again on a 3-2. If Vastine gets on base, it's the hot hitting and hot glove of Josh Grauer on deck. Catlett a deep breath on the mound. Here's another payoff pitch to Vastine. Broken bat. This one is just hit straight to Penny. It short fires across the diamond, and it's in time for the 3rd out. Vastine's bat breaks in half, and Catlett has retired the last 8 Bourne hitters as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Bourne with a 5-3 lead over Orleans in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves. Back at Eldridge Park for the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Free heading out for his second inning of work. He'll face 8-9-1 in the Orleans order. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Happy to be with you here on a beautiful Friday night for baseball. It's game 1. Bourne trying to run it back and win their second consecutive Cape League title. Meanwhile, for Orleans, they are eyeing their first since 2005. Right now, it's a 5-3 Bourne lead over Orleans. Henry Hunter leads off. First pitch swing, and it's straight to Contrades at first, and he makes the glove snag for the first out.
And Matt, when the game gets to a point like this where it's late and it's a close ball game, you need those defensive plays. We saw from Josh Crotograuer and Contrades head on a swivel over there at first. That's big for Bourne. They need the defense here late to come up big.
Another lefty, and Jake Casey comes up to bat. It's back to the top of the order with Joe Oyama to follow. Casey right now is 0 for 2. Free kicks and deals. First pitch popped up third base side. Eblin hustling over, and it will land over the fence and near the street. On the third base side near us. Counts at 0-1 to Casey. Lefty on lefty between Free and Casey. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. It's 0-2. Casey with a flyout in the third. Struck out looking back in the 5th. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Casey goes down looking for the second time tonight, and that's the second strikeout for Ryan Free. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Free, the emotions on the mound right now. Knew that pitch was a strike 3, just hop-stepping right off the mound. He's feeling it right now.
Looking for a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th. Looks to get through Joe Oyama. First pitch fastball. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Free, the belt high set. The 0-1. A breaking ball. Oyama lifts it in the air. Deep towards left field. Hustling towards the corner is Peterson, and he makes the catch. A 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th for Ryan Free. We head into the 8th. Bourne up 5-3 over Orleans in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Back at Eldridge Park for the top of the 8th inning. It's 5-3 Bourne in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Orleans went ahead early on the solo home run from Fenwick Trimble. Bourne responded in the 4th with RBIs from Crotograuer and Eblin. And then Orleans bounced back once again in the fourth, answering with a pair of runs themselves. RBIs from Jack Penny and Matt Hallback, but then it's that 3 spot in the top of the fifth, highlighted by the 2-run double from Josh Kuroda-Grauer, made it 5-3, and he leads off here in the top of the 8th, facing the lefty and Everett Catlett. He's 2 for 3, grounded out to second his first time up. Since then, back-to-back RBI doubles. First pitch, down and inside over top of the shoes on the fastball from Catlett. It's 1-0. Kendall Diggs and Bryce Eblin to follow. (1-0). Fastball is inside. 2-0. What a postseason it's been for Josh Kuroda-Grauer. The 2-0. Fastball downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the 3-0. That's inside. It's a 4. Oh, it's called a strike. I jumped the gun there a little bit. My apologies. 3-1 count now to Kuroda-Grauer here in the top of the 8th. Catlett kicks, steals. And that is ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Kuroda-Grauer to lead off here in the top of the 8th.
And those back-to-back pitches looked very, very similar, one being called a strike to keep the at-bat alive, and that next one, a ball there to JKG. A few close calls there, one in favor of Bourne and Orleans, but Bourne gets the one that matters.
Now Kendall Diggs comes up. He's 0 for 2, worked a walk his last time up. JKG is going first pitch. This one's knobbed just in front of the pitcher's mound, flipped by Catlett to first, and Diggs is out. Kuroda-Grauer advances over to second base. Diggs jammed inside on the fastball. Hit and run was on. It was up near his hands.
And I think Angstred there, the home plate umpire, put his hands in the air that he was almost calling time that ball was considered either a foul ball or off the body or something of Diggs, because he came out and put his hands fully in the air and then brought him down when the ball was in play for Diggs. I'm not sure if I was the only one that noticed that, because there's no argument here from Kelly Nicholson of Orleans.
Bryce Eblin now comes up. First pitch swing for him. It's grounded foul first base side. He's 0 for 3. Does have an RBI in the fourth, but Cam and I have alluded to it. 20 games in a row for Bryce Eblin with a hit. Catlett looks over at Kuroda-Grauer at second. The 0-2. Eblin lines it into right field. That'll drop in. Kuroda-Grauer getting the green light at third. Here's the relay throw home. It's off the mark, and Kuroda-Grauer's in safely. The cutoff throw to Hallback. He didn't think that Kuroda-Grauer was coming home. And he turned around, and JKG was halfway down the line. He comes in to score. It's 6-3 Bourne, and that's 21 games in a row for Bryce Eblin with a hit.
And they always come at the big times when you need it. Insurance there for Bourne on the 3-run lead, and Kuroda-Grauer burning and turning around third base. Topoleski always very aggressive, and it's worked out this season a lot of the time for the Braves. And JKG running home, that relay throw from Hallback, and Kuroda-Grauer slid in safely. Then he was on his back just in relief, and the whole Bourne dugout loved it. What a night it's been for Kuroda-Grauer. Just been an engine in this lineup in any way he's been able to do it.
That extra insurance here in the 8th makes it 6-3 Bourne. Second RBI for Bryce Eblin. Derek Bender now digs in with Eblin leading at first, held on to by Hallback, and a throw over to first by Catlett. Sees a head first dive from Eblin back safely. Bender's currently 0 for 3, but so was Eblin. Another throw over to first. Eblin's back safely once again. A strikeout, a ground out, and then a hard line out for Bender his last time up. Eblin with a 2-3-step lead over at first. Lefty and Catlett set from the stretch. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss from Bender on the fastball. And it's 0-1.
And what 3 runs could do in this game as we dwindle down from Eldridge Park, that could be really the difference for Bourne, that 3rd run right there from Bryce Eblin. Insurance means everything in the games like these when the magnitude is so much higher.
Bender turns, lifts a high drive deep into right center field. King moving over into the gap, and he'll make the catch. Eblin was going on the pitch, and he'll turn around and retreat back to first. Second out here in the 8th.
And a pitch there that Bender wants back. Low and inside. And if Bender's a little bit earlier and keeps his hands through the zone, that's one of those pitches that he's been able to drive throughout this postseason in the last 2 games.
Garrett Michelle now comes up with 2 outs and Eblin off first. First pitch, Michelle, he turns and sends a skying high fly ball. This will stay on the infield. Looking to make the catch is the 3rd baseman in Stallman, and he will do just that for the 3rd and final out. Here in the top of the 8th, but Bourne makes it 6-3 on the RBI single from Bryce Eblin. It's 21 games in a row for him, and Bourne is looking to take a Game 1 victory here at Eldridge Park. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves. We're back for the bottom of the 8th here from Eldridge Park. Ryan Free still on the mound. Going into his 3rd inning of work, he'll face 2, 3, 4 in the Orleans order, beginning with Fenwick Trimble, and he's been seeing the ball really well tonight. 2 for 3, a home run and a single for him. Hard line out his last time up. It's a first pitch breaking ball from Free. The catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. His hard line out, well, that was the web gem play from Josh Kuroda-Grauer. As Cam alluded to it, put a cape on him. He went full Superman for that play. The 0-1, Trimble clips it straight back, and it's 0-2. Free worked a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. And his team gave him an extra insurance run in the top of the 8th on the RBI single from Bryce Eblin. 21 games in a row for him with a base hit. The 0-2, Trimble pops it up, and he'll slice out a play down the first base side. Jack Penny and Matt Hallbeck are the ones that will follow Trimble in this inning. The 0-2. Trimble again just fights it off with a foul ball down the right field line. It ricochets off of the light pole and goes into right field. Kendall Diggs will pick it up and toss it to a bunch of fans. It's a dog pile looking for the ball, and one lucky kid picks it up.
The one kid that was not diving after the baseball just walked in and grabbed it and then just walked off. There was 4 other kids diving around for the baseball, and then one kid just stands up out of his chair. Only kid that's not diving gets the baseball.
Work smarter, not harder. That's what that kid was doing right there. Here's the 0-2 from Free. Some chin music inside on the high and tight fastball. It's 1-2. No shifts on in the infield or the outfield for Bourne. It's Harrelson in straightaway center in place of Pichu Freda. Here's the 1-2 from Free. And Trimble spoils with another foul ball to the netting behind home plate. Count will stay where it is. Here's another 1-2 from Free. Breaking ball, a slow roller down the third base side. Free will pick it up. There'll be no throw. Trimble, a leadoff single here in the 8th. His 3rd hit of the night.
Tough there for Free. He knows he doesn't have the play, and Bender's telling him maybe just have that ball roll foul and give ourselves a chance of that being a foul ball. But either way, it was going to be an infield single or a foul ball, and Free picked it up, so it's an infield single.
So Trimble gets on base. Another leadoff base runner. Time on the mat owned. Free will dig in here facing the lefty and Jack Penny. RBI double for him in the 4th. First pitch, a breaking ball at the knees, a called strike 1. Penny's 1 for 3. Trimble with a 2-step lead over at first. Contrades holding on to him. The 0-1, a fastball, burned on the outside edge. It's 0-2. Free looking for a big first out here in the 8th. An 0-2 count here to Penny. Here's the pitch home. Fastball, hangs upstairs. Penny doesn't bite. Count moves to 1-2. Derek Bender adjusting the straps behind home plate, asking for the sign. Free's got it, he sets on the mound. Looks over at first at Trimble. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Free's got his 3rd strikeout. It's a big first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Free goes back upstairs with the heater once again. Second time he's done that for a punch out, and sets up the double play here with Hallback coming up. One swing, Bourne can get 2 outs and get out of this inning.
Hallback is 1 for 3 as well. Throw to first. Trimble's back standing up. Hallback, the tall righty out of San Diego. Had an RBI single in the 4th. Righty on lefty. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Free's done a nice job at mixing up his first pitches. He's got a lot of first pitch breaking balls in the zone for a called strike, and there he sends Hallback fishing. It's 0-1. Trimble with his lead off first. Here's the 0-1 home. Fastball, a little low. Snap throw down to first from Bender, and a head first dive from Trimble. He's back safely.
We've seen Bender do that a few times here tonight, keeping the runners at first base steady and at bay.
Here's the 1-1. This one fouled off by Hallback, and the count moves to 1-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. On deck is Eddie Micheletti. Trimble off first. He began the inning with a swinging bunt single down the third base side. He has a 2-step lead over at first with Contrades holding on to him. The 1-2 home. Breaking ball. Loops outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hallback. Huge crowd on display that Cam and I have alluded to throughout the night. Fans lined up the hill on the first base side, stretching into the outfield as well. The 2-2, Hallback turns, rips this down the left field line. It's hooking foul, and it is foul. 98 miles an hour off the bat of Hallback, turning his hands through on that inside fastball from Free.
And a sigh of relief there for the Braves. Free missed inside, Hallback just a little bit too early turning on that pitch.
Free leans in. He's got his sign on the 2-2 count. From the stretch, he looks over at first. Here's the pitch home. Hallback line drive to third. It's over the head of a leaping Eblin and into left field. Trimble will hold over at second base. Hallback and Trimble in 2-strike counts, battling and able to get a couple of base hits. That brings the tying run to the base paths, or to the batter's box, and Eddie Micheletti. And Scott Landers is coming out of the dugout and on the mound here. Talk with Ryan Free.
And with the lefty and Micheletti up, it looks like they'll just keep Free in. If anything, another lefty out of the bullpen, it could be a guy like Tristan Levesque. But they're keeping Free in here.
Has to get through Eddie Micheletti here. Still just one out. Micheletti and is the tying run as it stands. 6-3, Bourne with the lead in the bottom of the 8th. It's Trimble at first and Hallback at first. Both righties picking up a base hit here in the bottom of the 8th. Now the lefty and Micheletti digs in. 0 for 2, worked a walk his last time up. That was in the 6th. First pitch jammed inside, blooped out towards straightaway center field. Harrelson moves in, makes the catch, 2 away.
And after a situation like that where the intensity went to a whole different level after that single from Hallback, got a lot louder here from Eldridge Park. Free quiets the crowd a little bit with that out number 2, and now 1 out away from keeping it where it is with no damage done.
He looks to get through Eddie King here in the bottom of the 8th. King's 1 for 3. Popped out to center, flew out to right. Last time up, ripped a ground rule double down the left field line. The righty digs into the box. Lefty in Free. First pitch fastball is outside for ball 1. You can feel the intensity here. The 1-0. King, line drive right back up the middle. It's into center field. Harrelson will pick it up. He'll toss it back into second base. Coming in to score is Trimble. Eddie King comes through. An RBI single, wasting no time, jumping on the fastball from Free. 6-4.
Big swing there for King. 2 outs in the inning. And drives the pitch right back up the middle. Cuts the lead to 2. Go-ahead runner in the box here for Orleans. Still 2 runners on. And Free's job. Drain that single right there. Keep it where it is. You want to keep this at a 2-run lead. Still some comfortability for Bourne.
The lefty and Brandon Stallman digs in. First pitch inside, leaning out of the way is Stallman, and it's 1-0. You feel it build with each pitch you heard ahead of that 1-0 from King. You start hearing those Eddie chants. Hearing a 1-0 to Stallman. Tying run over at first and King. Here's the pitch from Free. High and inside, leaning back is Stallman. The count moves to 2-0.
And that's what the advantage of a home crowd does in a playoff game. Thousands and thousands of fans here from Eldridge Park.
Lined up the first and third base side. A lot in the outfield as well. Here's the 2-0 to Stallman. Fastball fouled straight back towards us. 2-1. Big strike for Free to get back in the count. Stallman's 0 for 3 as it stands right now. A line out, fly out, and ground out for him so far. The 2-1. Fastball just misses upstairs. 3-1. Here's that Orleans crowd. I know the magnitude of this moment. The 3-1 from Free. Popped up. This will stay on the infield. Kuroda Grauer calling everyone off. Now it's Eblin, and he'll make the catch. Orleans gets one back in the bottom of the 8th on the RBI single from Eddie King. But Bourne and Ryan Free strand the pair in the tying run on the bases. We head to the 9th. It's 6-4 Bourne in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
This is Garrett Michelle, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
We're into the 9th inning here in Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. It's 6-4 Bourne. The Braves got a run in the top of the 8th inning off an RBI single from Bryce Eblin, and then Eddie King followed it up with an RBI single of his own in the bottom of the 8th. To make it 6-4. Bourne got out of some trouble there. The pop out of Stallman, the catch made by Eblin. That stayed on the infield. It was a towering fly ball, got above the lights. We've seen that twilight zone come into effect multiple times this summer. Sam Peterson leads off, facing the lefty and Catlett. And the first pitch is clipped straight back, 0-1. Bourne looking for a Game 1 win as they are in search for their 2nd consecutive Cape League crown. 3rd straight year they're in this position. First time they're not facing Brewster in these last 3 years. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Meanwhile, for Orleans, they're in search of their first title since 2005. The 1-1 to Peterson. Slow roller down the third base side. It just bounces foul, and it's 1-2. Peterson's 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs, and sandwich in between was a walk in the 5th where he came around to score on the fielder's choice from Pete Ciuffreda. That's Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Packed crowd on display here at Eldridge Park. Here's the 1-2 to Peterson. Swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout for Everett Catlett out of the bullpen. And there's one gone on the top of the 9th.
Great pitch there. Goes to the breaking ball. Peterson is out in front. And Orleans, some momentum on their side here after that one spot to make it a 2-run game. A 1-2-3 here could do wonders.
New Contrades digs in. First pitch bounces in front of home plate, blocked by Hunter. Counts at 1-0. Contrades, he's 1 for 3. Struck out in the 3rd, picked up his first hit of the postseason in the 5th, and then grounded out to the shortstop in Penny his last time up. Contrades, a ground ball, straight to the shortstop in Penny. Picks it up on the backhand. The throw across the diamond and the stretch by Hallback for the 2nd out.
Big out number 2 there for Orleans, exactly what they need. Looking to keep it here. That's all they can do on the defensive side. A 1-2-3, a 2-run game, head to bottom 9, and see if that walk-off magic is alive here once again from Eldridge Park.
Gage Harrelson now comes up to bat. First pitch, a ground ball straight to Penny at short. He picks it up, takes a couple steps, fires across the diamond. It's in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Catlett. That will end the top of the 9th. We're heading to the bottom half. Bourne in search of 3 more outs to take Game 1 in the 2023 Cape League Championship Series. Orleans looking for 2 to tie, 3 to win. We'll return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com and go Braves.
This is Kendall Diggs, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Bourne just needs 3 more outs here as we head into the bottom of the 9th, and it's Justin Lavelle out of the bullpen and onto the mound looking for those 3 outs. Lavelle, a left-hander out of Palm Beach Atlantic College, comes in after the regular season where he held a 4.50 ERA and a 2-0 record. Made 5 appearances, picked up 1 save. And he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Orleans order here in the bottom of the 9th. And there will be a pinch hitter first in Justin Rubin in place of Henry Hunter. For Lavelle, this will be his 2nd appearance on the postseason. Rubin out of Pepperdine. This postseason, he's played in 4 games. This will be his 5th appearance, a 154 average for the righty, a 2 for 13. Lavelle, the lefty, sets on the mound. Rubin into the box. First pitch. Check swing, he went around on the fastball. It's 0-1.
He also batted .368 during the regular season, had 21 hits on 2 doubles.
Lavelle pitched in the 9-6 loss at McKeon Park in Game 1. Went 1 2/3. The 0-1. Fastball, touch outside, 1-1. 3 strikeouts, but gave up 4 hits and 2 earned runs. Here's the 1-1. Fastball just a touch low, and it's 2-1.
Good spot there from Lavelle, working outside. Looked like a good paint to Rubin, just missing.
Claps build here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 2-1 from Lavelle. Fastball painted inside. Count evened at 2-2.
All fastball so far for Lavelle. If you're Rubin here, you're kind of looking fastball until Lavelle shows you that first off-speed pitch that he's got.
Now the slow clap building on Bourne's side. 2-2 count here in the bottom of the ninth. Lavelle, deep breath, high leg kick the pitch. Rubin drives in the air down the right field line. It's slicing and it will be foul. Long run for Kendall Diggs. Wasn't able to get over in time. Lavelle got the save in his last appearance in the regular season. That was at Polar Park against the Wareham Gatemen. Pitch to Rubin. Ground ball back up the middle. Vastine gloves it, takes a couple steps, fires across the diamond, and it's in time for the first out. Cam and I say it every time in the ninth. The biggest out is the first one, and Lavelle's got that. And another pinch hitter here for Orleans. It'll be Colin Tuft out of Virginia, another righty.
And if it gets to the 10th inning, it looks like Tuft will take the place of the catcher in Hunter in his spot on defense. But that's only if it gets there.
Tuft, his fourth appearance in the postseason. He's 1 for 7. First pitch from Lavelle. A fastball's outside.
But Matt, as you said, first out's the biggest out. Big play there from Vastine. Lavelle in a long count. A lot of loud claps, high intensity. Gets one.
Tuft in the regular season, a .224 hitter. 1-0 fastballs low, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Lavelle. Tuft clips it straight back, and it's 2-1.
And in the postseason for the Braves, the offense, we've talked about it, but it's also been that late game pitching out of the bullpen. It's held on. It's been an anchor for the Bravos, and Lavelle, another guy looking to join that group.
2-1 count. Lavelle, the lefty, a deep breath. Looks in. He's got his sign. Here's the pitch home. And it's another foul ball from Tuft. Count moves to 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the ninth. Game 1 of the Cape League Championship Series. Bourne looking to win their second in a row. Orleans trying to pick up their first title since 2005. Here's the 2-2 from Lavelle. Fastball, called strike 3, it's dropped third. Bender picks it up, fires to first, and he's got it in time. 2 away. Fastball, frozen, right at the knees on the bottom part of the zone to Tuft.
Man, Bourne took a sigh of relief right there. Good pitch from Lavelle off the glove of Bender. Rolled third base side a little bit, and Bender corralled himself, stayed composed. And a strike to first base. It's a lot harder than you think. Bender on the run, turning his body, has to make a quick throw in the drop third.
There's no pinch hitter here as we come back to the top of the order. It's Joe Oyama. First pitch from Lavelle, a fastball right down the chute. It's 0-1. Oyama's 0 for 4. A pop out, a line out, strikeout, and a flyout for him so far. Bourne needing one more out to take game 1. The 0-1 from Lavelle. A breaking ball. Loops outside. Count moves to 1-1. Bourne began the game with a returner from last year's championship team in Bryce Cunningham. Lavelle looking to finish it. The 1-1. Oyama lifts a fly ball deep in right field. Diggs moves in. He's underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out here in the bottom of the ninth. Bourne takes game 1, 6-4 over Orleans. Lavelle comes in to close it out with a 1-2-3, bottom of the ninth. And the Braves are heading back to Doran Park, looking to run it back for the second year in a row.
Man, what a game here tonight. That's championship baseball here in the postseason. A back-and-forth game. It's Orleans first, Bourne with 2. Orleans back with 2 of their own. It was a heavyweight boxing match, and Bourne just came up big in the later rounds and held on here. This is big for the Braves, and what it sets up for them, being the lower seed, they go back home for game number 2, riding that 1-0 lead. A chance to do it tomorrow night in front of the Bourne faithful at home, and as Matt said, to run it back.
Cam, I alluded to it earlier. A couple of returners. One of them started on the mound in Bryce Cunningham. The other two in Josh Kuroda-Grauer and Bryce Sevlin. Bryce came up with his 21st game in a row. He got another hit. That was in the 8th, an extra insurance run for Bourne. And Josh, I mean, you can't say enough about what he did tonight. Those 3 back for another year looking for their second championship, and they put out an outstanding Game 1 performance.
Yeah, Josh has 6 multi-hit games here in the postseason, picks up 3 more RBIs, and Bryce Sevlin as well, another returner on this team. 5 RBIs between those 2 for the Braves, and then Pete Giuffreda drove in a run on a fielder's choice. Those are 2 returners right there for this team. Eblin now on a 21-game hitting streak. Kuroda-Grauer batting over 500 at the moment for this team in the batter's box. What that does for Bourne. These guys understand the magnitude of this baseball game, and I just go back to the first game of the season and Kuroda-Grauer coming in and playing for Bourne and having this energy surrounding him and understanding what it means to play for Landers and this team as defending champions. And then Eblin comes along, brings even more confidence for them. When you look at down the stretch who you want to step up big, you expect those 2 guys, the returners, and they did so in the biggest stage here tonight.
Cam, we touched on it earlier as well during Tomahawk Talk. This hasn't been a place or a team that Bourne has had a lot of success against. 1-3 in the regular season. Didn't pick up a win at Eldridge Park. But like we saw during this postseason, it's a whole new ball game. Everyone sets back to 0-0, and we saw it in the Katuitt series. Bourne picked up their first win at home against the Kettleers, and then in a place where they struggled in McKeon Park, they came back after a dominant Game 2 with another dominant Game 3, and now they set the tone here in Game 1.
And, Matt, that goes back to what we talked about. What happened in the regular season happened in the regular season. It's a new page here in the postseason. Bourne gets their first win in McKeon Park. The next night, they get their first victory here at Eldridge Park. And now the Bravos, all they can control is tomorrow night. And they set themselves up perfectly. Back at home, their home crowd, it's going to be bumping at Dorn Park, a 6 p.m. first pitch. And the Braves have their chance now to do it. But for Orleans, and we saw it with Bourne when they went down 1-0 against Hyannis, Bourne can't get too high on this win. You obviously have the comfortability knowing you're back at home and you can finish it off, but you can't get too high on your highs right now. You got to reset tomorrow and understand you want to close it out and you don't want to bring it back to a Game 3 here in Orleans.
Cam said it best. Bourne has set themselves up for another championship tomorrow at Dorn Park. A 6-4 win here in Game 1. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. A special thanks to our producer and Ryan Bridges, Mojo Hill with Before the Bravos, and Ali Navarrete, who you heard on Before the Bravos, and as well throughout the game. Alongside Cam Manna, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Eldridge Park. Bourne takes Game 1, 6-4 over Orleans.